Thank you so much for all your bidding. I hope you won something from at home. And if you did win something at home, just know that we'll mark it here before we leave, and I will make sure you personally get it, hopefully this weekend. So we're going to switch to the next part of our program, and I hope that you enjoy the slideshow as we move everyone indoors and as we move on to stage ourselves. Thank you all so much. pregnant pause, huh? We're waiting for the live stream to catch up, so while you're waiting, breathe. And maybe breathe a second time. Great. Can they see us at home? Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here. Whether you're here in person, whether you're watching from the comfort of your home. As you well know, because you're a supporter of hope, we who are the staff and the ones working day in and day out with the clients we serve absolutely could not do it without you. And we're a really great example of what it means to better humanity and to build up community on a local level, because we all contribute what we can, the skills, the gifts, the treasure, the talent. Each one of us plays a really important part in that. But in addition to being local contributors, we then learn that the effect that we have on an individual or a small community basis really ripples out because we model it for the communities around us. We lift up the greater human experience. And the mission that we have, that the unhoused may have a home, we know it's much more than getting somebody into their own place that they call a house. We know that it's supporting them in all of the ways that you and I may not name every day to ourselves. The friendship, the emotional support, the psychological support, the sense of belonging in your community, having enough of a network that things work out well for you, even when you have challenge, because we all have challenge. We all have struggles. We all have good days and bad days. And at Hope, we stand for every single human being being able to live with dignity and freedom and self-sufficiency. So thank you so much for making that possible. Thank you for being here tonight. Your very presence stands for the complexity and the trickiness of that issue coming to be. It's not just enough to know it here, right? And it's not just enough to have it affect our hearts. It means that we grow together to understand the layers of complexity that goes into these issues, the layers of hidden belief systems that make it difficult for some and easier for others, the layers of trauma that we all have. We all have healing work to do, where you have support, you can come into that wholeness even more quickly. So we are jazzed that you're here with us tonight, and you give us the chance to celebrate that, and you give us the chance to say out loud that not only do we need your support, but we couldn't do it. And as many of you know who attended the virtual gala last year, we tripled our program in response to COVID, and we have continued to maintain the riskiness of that type of expansion, answering the need before knowing for sure how we'll be able to sustain the need. So all your donations provide that answer. How do we sustain the need in our community that we're already meeting day in and day out? So let's celebrate that together, and may you walk away feeling enriched and humbled as we all do. I want to first give a big thanks to this space. This Unity of Boulder Church has made it possible for us to have this hybrid gala when it would have been very difficult in a pandemic and in making all the decisions and having all the contracts. So a big thank you to Unity, who has donated this space and the event space and their parking lot, and all the extra tech support and the extra time that they've put in to make sure that everything's run smoothly for us. And thank you. You saw all of the community partners and all the sponsors. A&B Bank and My James and James, a new company in our midst, they both funded all the great food that you had. And we have the donation of the libations, right? Molly's and PJ's and so many others. And La Momo May's, their cookies are out there. Who had a cookie already? Good, because they weren't out for anybody to have yet. No, it would be okay if you would have snatched one if you found out where our hidden stash was. So a little bit of housekeeping before we set everything in motion. If you're an auction winner, we will be in touch with you very quickly. You should have gotten the notification on your phone. And if so, pick up your prize on the way out. Lucille is going to be ready for you. She is the one that has spearheaded the organization of our auction items, and she is prepared to have you take everything with you. But if you don't know that answer yet, I will make sure personally that you get it this weekend. So there's nothing to fret. If you're at home watching, if you're here and you walk away and you didn't realize that you won, we will make sure it's in your hands this weekend. Second, if you want, we have gift bags to take with you. We have donations and swag and wonderful items that you can take home, including some of those cookies if you're not going to stay for dancing. So once we finish right here in our gathering, that will finish probably by 8 at the latest, we have a wonderful DJ, music by the mile, and Jeremy has donated his time tonight so that we can dance and enjoy the evening together. So come enjoy more cookies, more beverages. We also have multiple variations of cheesecake pops and homemade, they're almost like truffle-like brownie squares. So I know, right? Let's get through this part to get there. All right. So the first part of our being here, as you well know, is going to contain the mission and the heart of what we're about. The second part is what we call a paddle raise. And if you're unfamiliar with a paddle raise, you should have a half sheet of paper that Roz, Larry, and Julia gave to you. And on the back of that is a number. You have the opportunity, as we call out amounts, to raise that number. And when you raise that number, that means you feel inspired to give a donation at that level. We start high and we work towards $25 because there is no gift too small. And I will be letting you know what direct services those types of donations fund so that you can have a true and a clear connection to where your donation is going. So that's the paddle raise. And then if you're at home, you're watching on YouTube, and I have Daryl all lined out. You can't see him, he's off camera, but trust me, he is there, and he is ready and raring to go. He is on the chat there. And anytime you wish to make a donation, just simply type your donation in the chat, put your name, even though it should come up with your name, and Daryl will populate the field up here so that I can see those donations coming in as well. At the same time, you see a banner across your screen at home. That is the banner that will lead you to where you can make a donation. So if you're inclined at home to just put that donation right through beyond the pledge, right in the moment, you can do it right from that link that's running across the bottom of your screen at home. So, are we ready to go? Are we ready to be a little inspired? All right. Hallelujah. Yes. Good. So, it's my honor and my privilege to introduce our Executive Director, Alice Welton. Alice, as many of you know, has been with our organization for more than 7 years. And she used to work closely with Lisa Searchinger, who was, I think, the first Executive Director of Hope as it grew. And then after that, when Joseph became Executive Director, Alice took on bravely the nighttime navigation services. So that's our shelter with its full breadth of what we offer through client advocacy and support systems. And she became the director of that program as it came into being. Because when we first started, as you know, we were street outreach. And now she has just recently in June accepted the position of Executive Director. And why it's my honor to introduce her is she is someone whose heart beats with our mission. she truly moves with the desires that the people that we serve will have housing, will have stability, will have self-sufficiency. She puts herself, it's effortless, even though it's a lot of work. The kind of work we do is a lot of work, and now stepping into executive director is a lot of work. But when you're inspired so deeply with that kind of passion, there is also and what else is there to do? And Alice has really given herself to the true mission of hope. So that's why I feel like it's such an honor to hand this microphone over to her so that she can share with you as we begin this program.
Thank you very much. It is such an honor to be Executive Director of Hope. I love with all my heart what I do, and it is fun and exasperating and the most rewarding thing I've done in my whole life. But back in 2007, when folks realized we didn't have any services in Longmont, they were putting together soup and sandwiches and just going out on the streets. And then when I came on in 2014, it was so exciting. You get in the van and you load it up with everything, and you go to the police station. And yeah, we were at the police station in the parking lot, and we'd have 60 people, and then in the summertime we'd have 80 to 100 people. It was amazing getting in line, and we were giving them these soup angel meals, which is a sign of hope, soup angel meals. And people were getting healthy just by that one evening meal that they had. Maybe they didn't have anything throughout the rest of the day. And I know that we have 2 past board presidents in our midst, and Shai and Susie Sisson, if you'll stand real quick and wave to everyone, put you on the spot. We also have some of our present board. We have Eric Jepson, and there's Eric and Roz Weller and Stuart Snow, and they're here joining us, and they help support us and give us such encouragement that we are very grateful for. So in 2007, and then when I came on in 2014, it was about day to day. Keep people alive day by day. We have to do this. We have to keep people alive, and we did that, and we're giving out blankets and socks. That's our favorite thing to give out is socks. We do that a lot. And now, fast forward to 2021, it's about housing. You know, we live in this wonderful county that is beautiful, and we have the mountains, and we have no affordable housing. And that's really the reason. It is not because of substance use, and it is not because of mental health issues, though yes, that does come into our shelters, but it is because we have a lack of affordable housing. And so in the navigation shelter, those are the folks that say, I want help, I'm going to work, and we have client advocates, and they help them get jobs, and they help them save money, and they say, hey, I got your back, I'm here for you, and they do amazing things. And then we have our safe lot. Folks have lost their housing, they're in their cars, and they just need a place to stay for a little bit. And that program is going well. We have an abundance of people calling us daily about that. And we have emergency sheltering. So we still take care of those chronically homeless clients that we started out with in 2007 and 2014. We are taking them to the dentist. We are working on Social Security benefits and ID, and we're hunting them down like, oh, you're over there at Safeway, come on with me, we're gonna go over here and we're gonna work on this ID. And it is so rewarding. It is so rewarding. I don't know if you were touched by COVID, and I'm sorry if you were, you and your family. I know my family was. But we never gave up. Hope has been open every single day since COVID-19 hit, and it was really scary. We're supposed to be 6 feet apart, and But day one, I am up there doing the thermometer check, like, right up close at the forehead, 30 people a night, getting people in the shelter, keeping people 6 feet apart, buying so many masks and gloves and things like that. And now I am just so proud to say that all of these churches have helped us. We've had Journey Church from the start, Faith Point Church, Westview, Messiah Lutheran, United Church of Christ. Who did I miss? And they all have helped us so much. And now we have offices now at Messiah Lutheran because we have grown. But because we have so many people in cars right now, we've had to open up our Safe Lot program. We've had to open up 3 sites. And folks are getting housed right away. So in June and July, those people just lot housing, they are like ready, like just feed me and keep me safe tonight and I'm good to go. And so 4 people were housed in June. I'm talking about, when I say housing, I'm not saying that everybody gets a house. I'm saying, maybe they are renting a room, they found an apartment, they're sharing an apartment. But 4 people in June, 4 people in July, and 3 people in August. And so those folks are moving quickly, and we offer case management there as well, because it's traumatic to lose your home. It is traumatic. So since January, we have housed 28 people across all of these programs, 28 people since January, and 18 people, additional people, we've helped get them to family. We call their family and say, look, I know you love him and he needs a place to live. How about it? Yes. And we're like, he has a job. I'm going to put him on the Greyhound and he's coming your way and we're going to pay for that bus ticket. And we've had 18 people that are still successfully with their families. And that feels really good. So my ask of you is that I know Boulder County is small compared to the rest of the United States. There are 800 million people in the United States who are behind in rent. 800 million. And we get calls every day about our Safe Lot program, which just had its anniversary, 1-year anniversary in June. And I know that people think, oh, Hope, you've been around for a long time, 14 years. But really, we have just this brand new program that we're trying to keep going. And with your help, if you'll help us, we'll keep it open and we'll keep people safe and people won't be looking in their windows at them and they can sleep in their car safely and get up and go to work the next day. So I would like to say thank you to all of you for being here, and I'll pass this on to Kimberly. Thank you for your time.
Great, thank you. So I have a second introduction, another one of our core staff, Andy Schwartz. And he manages 2 really important programs. One is our volunteer program, and the other is our street outreach. Our street outreach is still going really, really strong. It's a vital part of what we do. As we've even expanded our services and our programs, it's vital because of the trust that we build. And Andy goes out, and he also helps and nurtures volunteers to be doing street outreach as well. So that's a very big role to have, street outreach and our volunteer outreach. And he's here to give a few words about that because it's an important part of our organization. And again, it's one of the many pieces that we couldn't do without. Andy.
Hi, good evening. I manage our street outreach and our volunteer program, but tonight I really want to focus on our volunteers and thank our volunteers for everything that they do. The gratitude we all have at Hope for them is immeasurable. They are the lifeline and the sustenance for our clients and the support system that helps all of us at Hope do the incredible life-changing work that we do. First, I'd like to thank our soup angels. They prepare dinner for our clients every night. Last year, we served over 21,000 meals. which is a tremendous amount. If we put that into dollars, it's over $100,000 worth of food that we took in to serve our clients. We wouldn't be able to do what we do without them. I can also attest that not only do we provide nutritious meals, but they are most definitely delicious home-cooked meals that our clients get to enjoy every evening. It's an awful lot of food, and it's not easy to serve all that food either. So I'd like to also thank our shelter volunteers that show up every night to help us set up, serve, and clean up. They're in the unique position. They get to interact with every one of our clients that walks through our shelter door every night, and they do that, bring dignity and comfort and friendly face to all of our clients. It's truly a life-changing experience, and that goes both ways. I had a volunteer pull me aside about a year ago. Unfortunately, he'd moved and left our program, but he had said that the work he does here and the joy he gets from serving others is greater than anything else he's done in his life. And I think a lot of our volunteers would come close to agreeing with that. There's something really gratifying about doing that. I'd also like to thank our outreach volunteers, the ones that go out each night to bring comfort, information, and supplies out to those that are living outside. It's very difficult work, and we appreciate their efforts doing what they do. They interact with the poorest of the poor every day, and what the stories they get back really are stories of how they're inspired and amazed by the resilience and gratitude of those that we serve. It's very challenging work, but it really does have its own rewards. And last, but certainly not least, a thank you to all those volunteers that come and help us keep the warehouse organized, that volunteer for great events like this one. We couldn't put this together without help from others. The people that organize clothing drives for us, and all the other dozens and dozens of things that pop up each year. It seems like anytime we have a need, we almost just have to think about it, and somebody shows up at the door to help us out with where we need. We're truly blessed in that regard. Lastly, I'd be remiss in my job if I didn't ask people to not only donate tonight, but to also join our volunteer family. Our volunteers are the best. I'd love to see more people on board with us. They make everything possible. It's real easy to apply. You just need to go to our website, hit the volunteer button, and we'll get in touch with you with how you can help out. So have a great night, and thank you.
That's fantastic. So, as many of you know, because some of you here are part of our new community partner program, we've always had community partners at Hope. Ever since its existence, community partnerships take many shapes and many forms. And now we have even a new program that enters in a very dynamic and responsive way with community partners. High Country Bank is here, there are others here, but the one I want to name, right, I know, the one I want to name is Terrapin Care Station. So they have stepped forward this year, and in addition to other parts of the agreement with us, they have funded a videographer, and that videographer has created for us our first official mission video that'll sit on our website. But you all get to see it for the very first time. You are the first viewers of this mission video, so I can't imagine a better showing than to all of you. So I would invite you just to sit back for this short video and enjoy.
There's been a lot of hardship in my life. I was homeless because my mother had just passed away, and we were sharing rent and everything, and after she was gone, I couldn't afford it myself. I became homeless. I was homeless for a year, and I found hope.
Hope exists that the unhoused may have a home. That every person in our community is valued and lives with dignity and freedom. Hope stands as one solution to the long-time problem of housing inequality for all. Our very programming makes a statement about the complex issue in our midst. Our Hope staff are mediators, oftentimes being the advocate and the voice of the unhoused.
They helped me so much when I was homeless. I mean, anything I needed, they were there for me.
When someone turns to us in need, and joins one of our programs, they have a personal client advocate. This HOPE staff helps them identify their needs and define their goals. We walk with them every step of the way. No need is too big or too small for HOPE. Our staff and volunteers rise to meet the need for our communities. Our skilled and compassionate staff connect participants with resources they would otherwise not receive or have difficulty accessing. We change the inequalities that result from systems by becoming the bridge facilitating equality for the marginalized. Hope Street Outreach Program still thrives, taking resources to the individuals right where they are. Our staff and volunteers meet people, building trust and friendship out on the streets. Hope's entire mission is one of service. It is one where we passionately seek to serve the concerns and needs of those who are vulnerable and unhoused.
Hope has also made me realize how strong I am inside. And Hope has helped me so much with all of that.
So now we do a traditional paddle raise. Can't do anything wrong. You can't raise your paddle too many times. All right. So we usually start high, and for us, we're going to start at $5,000. A donation of $5,000 helps us primarily with rental assistance. It helps in a whole breadth of ways that we help our clients, but very specifically, as Alice mentioned, with many people being behind on their rent, we provide oftentimes a security deposit, or we'll provide security and first and last, so that someone can get that, just that one step towards having self-sufficiency. And a lot of times that's all we need. So raise your paddle if you'd like to make a donation of $5,000. Right now we go to $2,500. So $2,500, it helps provide for our new office space. As many of you, or some of you know, we were really on top of each other at what was our warehouse that we now call our outreach center. And now we have, in collaboration with Messiah Lutheran, a space not only that everyone can have a dedicated office, but that our client advocates can meet privately with the people that we serve. We were always finding nooks and crannies and spaces that felt very private, but now they can come into a room, they can sit in a comfortable chair, and the door can be closed. That's one thing $2,500 goes towards. Another is it goes towards a month at Safe Lot. So as Alice mentioned, our safe parking program has grown in its need. It started June of 2020. It went from 1 lot, expanded to 3, and we continue to expand more. So if you feel inspired to jump on $2,500, raise your paddle. Okay, I'm going to jump to $2,000. $2,000 comes very close as well, right? So $2,000 would give us 400 hours of client advocacy support. It would help us with 3 months of the support someone would need through our safe parking program to move into self-sufficiency. And we have somebody that has stepped forward. I think my computer's going to keep locking. that has stepped forward. So Susie Hayek has stepped forward with $2,000. Thank you, Susie. I know you're watching at home. Woo! It's time to celebrate. Anybody want to join them? We like silly celebrations. So if anyone else feels inspired for $2,000, raise your paddle at home or here in our gathering. All right, so I'm going to go to $1,000. So $1,000 offers us utilities at 2 of the places that we have. So we partner, as Alice said, with many churches, but we take care of the utilities. Now, it's not just a donation towards utilities. Those utilities provide for the many people that come day and night to be able to take showers, to receive the hot meals that you saw in the video, to be able to do their laundry, and to have the dedicated space for all of the other support. Sometimes we have medical clinics that take place there, so we offer a lot right there. So those utilities go towards that. So if you'd like to donate $1,000, you're welcome to raise your paddle. And we've got Ruby and Rick Vesley. Yay. Keep your paddles up. We've got Larry, number 156. We've got Stuart, 118. We've got Ann Jennings, 129. And we've got a match for Ruby's. We've got a match for Ruby's, another $1,000 coming through somebody that she works with. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. Okay, now we go to $500. Did you know $500 can actually buy a used car? And all of the clients that we work with, they have jobs. We help them find new jobs. We help them keep their jobs. And very often they need transportation. So $500 donation can go towards a used car. We have just in the past couple months been replacing tires. So someone had a car that was on the edge of their tires. I don't know about you, I've driven on bald tires before. We've secured that for some of our clients, which runs about $500, amazingly. We could get 4 waterproof mats. So when people come to stay in our shelter, we provide mats and we provide cots. And a lot of times, over maybe a year or 2, we need to replace those mats. You can imagine sleeping on a very thin mat, how it goes down in quality if you're sleeping on it night after night after night. So you could support the people that we serve having a comfortable place to sleep. So if you'd like to donate $500, I invite you to raise your paddle. Great, we've got number 168. We've got Steve, 155. Roz with 151. Eric, 172, Peter, 157. And we also have an anonymous donation for another $500 as well. Thank you so, so much. Thank you, thank you. Woo! Celebrate! Way to go, way to go. They didn't know what they were getting into when they responded to the volunteer request. It's true, it's true. I did ask them very last minute. All right, so we are going to go to $250. So $250. Thank you. 126 jumping right in. 142. Karen and Susie jumping right in with the $250. That can give 100 medical appointments to someone we serve. With Medicaid and Medicare, it's a $2 copay. And many of the people that we work with, through the trauma that they have had in their lives, need medical appointments. It can be easy to take for granted how easy it can be if you have insurance to get a little checkup for something you're worried about. So we find ways to provide for that as well. So $250 can go towards that. We also have had quite a number of hotel stays. So if one of the people that we're working with, one of our clients, has to have surgery, we've had someone receiving cancer treatments, oftentimes they need a place where they can truly recover and rehab from that surgery. So $250 goes towards that as well. So if we have additional people that want to go with $250, we've got $105, $104, Lisa, $135. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Awesome. Now we're going to 100. $100 can go towards 2 cots. As we mentioned, we try to have the mats always sit on cots. It's tough sleeping right on a floor day in and day out, even if you're in a sheltered space. But our cots bring up the dignity and bring up the care for the body. $100 can buy 2 cots, and we have needed some lately. We also need help with medications and prescriptions. We have the reality, and I didn't know this was a learning, so a lot of these details, I know some of them from support reports that I do, but I don't know all of them. And one of our client advocates said $100 can go to 1 to 2 applications for market rate housing. So a lot of times when you're applying for things, you have to pay a fee to be considered, and we take care of those fees. It can go towards 10 packets of bus passes. So if someone doesn't have a car but has a job, we can provide their transportation, and also gift cards as well. It also takes care of our gas for 1 solid month of street outreach. So if you feel inspired to give $100, raise your paddles. 114, 128, 170, 104, 167. Awesome. Woo! Woo! Thank you. Like, wow, it's the Warriors squad back there. That's awesome. $50. So when we start with numbers that are really high, it may seem like smaller numbers don't matter so much, but I hope through Alice's words and Andy's words and the mission video and the way that you know us, I hope that you can see that every donation goes directly to what we're doing. Everything does. Every contribution. And $50 helps us when someone has a new job to get the tools they need. Or if we haven't been donated the right kind of shoes, we can get them the non-slip shoes that they may need to buy. It can have 1 entire night of case management. We can also provide gas cards. So all the people we're serving who are sleeping in their cars, they sleep in their cars the whole night. That means when it's cold in the winter, they have to have their car run and turn off and run and turn off. That costs something in gas. So $50 donations can help someone for a month or 2 months when they're sleeping in their car. So if you feel inclined to give $50 today, raise your paddles. 165, 107, 109, 110, 128, 148, 179. Thank you all so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Woo! I love that. I think that deserves a second round. Should we have them come out again? Let's do this again. All right. Oh, raise your paddles again. Jennifer did not get everybody. Raise your paddles again. We're splitting forces, so we're making sure our Google Sheet is up to date. 179, 148. 128, 107, 109, 110, not 1010, 110. Right. And our last increment is $25. $25 will pay for a month of our cell service to a dedicated cell phone. So oftentimes the clients we serve don't have their own phones, and they need to call to make appointments. Maybe it's an appointment to go for a job interview. Maybe it's a doctor's appointment. Our dedicated cell phone is in use all the time. That $25 can support that. Think about what you're supporting with that. It can buy work pants. It can pay for someone who has a cell phone. It can pay for their phone bill. It helps us secure IDs. And I don't know about you, I haven't had my hair cut in 2 years, so I just got it cut yesterday. But it's awesome to get a haircut. $25 can help the people we serve get something that's so intimate and supportive as a haircut. It can buy a new crock pot. If you're a soup angel, you know we really need our crock pots, and you know that some of them are on their tail end. A $25 donation can get us a new crock pot, which will serve countless meals. And then I had a great entry that I just had to name. It's $13.72 to get a driver's license. We help our clients get their driver's license and their documents. We help in all those ways. So a $25 donation can go right to that. So if you feel inspired, $25, raise your paddle. $155, $175, thank you. $112. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I know you at home are donating as well. I'm so sorry it's hard to scroll through the screen here quick enough to call out, but I was able to call a few of your names. Thank you so much. Wasn't that fun to do a paddle raise? Kind of like, yeah. Woo! To paddle raises! Yay! And so after this event tonight, if you feel inclined to make a donation, you can go right on our website, hopeforlongmont.org. There is a donation right in the footer. There's also a donation before you get beyond the face shot, right in the middle icon. You can become a monthly recurring donator. You can donator. You can join our Soup Angel program or our street outreach program or help organize things at our warehouse. Our needs continue because the need we serve continues. So remember us after this night. And right now, I just want to invite anyone that is part of the staff to come on up on stage. Yay, that's right. You guys just stay right in the background. So, right, Danielle, come up. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Heather, Karen, Jeanette. And we had more staff that wanted to come, but we have our shelter and our safe parking going tonight, so they are there. They have the link, so hopefully they're getting to watch. And we just want to give a thank you.
Our staff work tirelessly at the shelter, at the office, finding us money, working with clients, giving a sack meal out when that's all they had that day. We're on call 24/7. I know it feels that way. Danielle is new. But I just want to say to all of you, thank you for what you do. Thank you.
Yeah. And so now stay. Jeremy's going to be starting to play some music, enjoy some more libations, enjoy some desserts. If you are going to leave, make sure that you take a gift bag and load it. You'll see there's free items sitting there, some Nimbus coffee, some Terrapin swag, some swag from Seagate. We filled the bags with some things to make it easier. So if you are leaving, take a bag with you and load it up. And if you are staying, grab a bag and come back in. And if you didn't get a bag, you just see me, and I'll load you up with some cool stuff. Thank you. Oh, I'll leave this here. Okay. I take it home with me. Talk to myself in the mirror.